Joining you live from Los Angeles, California. I'm standing here with Charlie. Charlie, say hello to everybody.
Hey.
Okay. Charlie has been on a whirlwind the last 2 days. I met him going down the street on a scooter. I stopped him and talked to him and told him that it was time to change his life. He thought about not calling me. He actually Googled me. He saw some of my videos, sent me an email later. The rest is history. On last evening, I took him to a program for ex-lifers where a class was being taught by Noreen, and he was a special guest. After that, I took him to sort of what they would call a celebrity Bible study by invitation only. It's taught by Devon Franklin, who is a Hollywood movie star and Hollywood producer and wrote the book, The 12 Commandments. And so he has a lot of I'm going to say it differently. He has a few a lot of B and C actors at his celebrity Bible study. And on last evening, John Gray, of all people, was speaking, and I took Charlie with me. And he said he never heard anybody sing like that. He never heard anybody talk like that. It was a wonderful experience for him. I'll let him speak for himself. Charlie, how was that experience?
Best experience I've ever experienced. Life has not been easy for me, but I tell you, life yesterday felt great.
Can life change in an instant?
Life could change. Believe that.
And so today I took Charlie with me to Hopics, Homeless Outreach Program Integrated Care System, where I was riding along with Jeremiah Diaz's team. This was arranged by the great Veronica. I can't believe I forgot her last name at the moment. Call it a senior moment. Veronica, I think it's Walker, but Veronica, what is her last name? Veronica Lewis, there you go. She is the vision director for Hopics all over California. She's a great woman of God. And Marion Sanders, the associate director. And my dear friend, my brother from another mother, Victor James. Tyrone Smith also. So all of those are my friends over at Hopics, but it started with Victor, and I'm not the kind of person who forgets the people that brought me to where I am. I dance with the ones that brung me. Victor's a man. He always will be the man. So I tagged along with Jeremiah's team on yesterday, and today I took Charlie to experience that. So we went over to Mount Tabor. We were able to meet Bernice Knopflin, and she runs the Lava May program, the showering program, and all of that over at Mount Tabor, where they showered the people, fed the people. Charlie had some experiences today like he's never had before. And there was a woman talking to us, and I invited her to our church service, gave her my phone number, and she was she paraplegic? What was she?
The lady that said that she was raped?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she was a paraplegic.
And she started crying, just moved by Charlie's presence and my presence, and quite frankly, a lot of people said she was moved by my presence because I'm the preacher. I saw her moved by Charlie's presence also. And I think just the fact that we stopped her and started talking to her and engaging her and had a conversation with her just moved her, Dr. Kazee. It moved her, Dr. R.A. Williams. It moved her, Dr. Harwick. Leah Pump, if you're watching, Dana, it moved her. And I was just blessed to be there. We gave her our number. I'm going to send Charlie and Jose to pick up Friday night and bring her to church. And just a lot of things we experienced today. Charlie said one more thing when we get out of here. He had never seen a woman come down the hall singing. But Bernice, sunny days. When she found out that I was a pastor of a church, Bernice said, I got to introduce you to someone. So she went and got this woman, and they caught us around the corner. Charlie and I was standing there talking to someone else, and this woman just started singing, why should I feel discouraged? I mean, she could blow. And so I said, we got to have you at church Friday night. Charlie said he has never experienced that. I told Charlie, if you hang out with me, brother, you're going, and listen, I ain't bragging. I told him clearly, Noreen, if you're watching, I'm not a saint. I'm not an angel. I'm as crazy as you are. I might be crazier. But I love God. I love people. And I love this work housing homeless people. I take it seriously. I take it to heart. But I told Charlie, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. Sometimes when you follow someone else, I told him, Peter had to learn that you had to leave what you had in mind. You might have been thinking about going to the casino, but instead you got to go somewhere else. You might have been thinking about doing this, that, and the other, but if you follow me, I'll show you many things. So I showed him extreme poverty. I showed him extreme wealth. We ended our day today by going to visit my pastor, the legendary Dr. R.A. Williams, at Ray Charles Mansion. And so Charlie was telling
Nobody won't believe me.
He's telling some of his friends and his relatives that he was there today, and they said, man, you must be smoking that mess, man. There's something wrong. But I got to hit you with this, y'all. Then I'm got to hit you with this. So today I was near USC Hospital over on Marengo and Commons, all right? And texting Charlie back and forth in a meeting, actually a conference, and this white woman drove up in a minivan. And y'all know I'm crazy. Remember that? Leah, I'm crazy, okay? So I said, hey, will you marry me? And she had her window up. And she said, what? I said, will you marry me? Then I pointed to my finger, my ring finger, and said, will you marry me? Apparently her window, I'm just being detailed, you know, preachers got to be specific. Her window wouldn't roll down, so she opened the door actually. And she said, what did you say? I said, will you marry me? She started laughing. She said, how nice of you. And she had a little puppy sitting next to her, and she drove on away in her minivan. That was at about 4 or 5 o'clock this evening. All right, after that, I stopped by a couple of friends' houses. I stopped by the store. Then I drove to Van Nuys to get Charlie. You know, a 43-minute drive, mind you. Only 28 miles or 43 miles. 43 minutes. All right, when I got Charlie, we came back and came to the world headquarters of Yes We Can Worship Center. And Charlie is over there, you know, talking or doing something. And I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. Yeah, I do have one of those, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't get mad with me. It just is what it is. I'm on the phone talking. All right, when I hang up, this white lady walks up toward the van, Leah, and says, excuse me, could you give me $1? I'm trying to get something to eat. I don't have much money. And I looked at her. I said, wait a minute. And she said, do you have a twin? I said, no, I'm not Dana Pump. I'm not David Pump. Dana and David, they're twins. Leah's husband. I'll tell you that story some other time. I said, no, I don't have a twin. And I said, but you. She said, a couple of hours ago. Oh, I said, are you following me? She said, no, I was about to ask you the same thing. I said, no, baby girl, I'm not following you. That's what I don't do. And then for a moment, I was like, deja vu. I said, okay, no, she couldn't have stopped at that house. And then at that second house, watch me go in the store, come back out.
I didn't believe it.
You know, if she ain't got no money, how's she going to drive all the way to Van Nuys and then come back? And so then I gave her my number. And she said, I'm coming to church Friday, gave her a little money, and I came in and told Charlie about it. He was like,
then we called her.
And then we called on the phone. And she verified everything that I told. Life is crazy, y'all, but don't remember this. Nothing, I preached this, I'm going to preach it one day, now that you're here. It's called Nothing Just Happens. Is that a coincidence? Nothing just happens. You meet who you're supposed to meet, when you're supposed to meet them, and you're here and you can't get away. You meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Figure out what it is. Sometimes people misuse you or use you, Dr. Williams or Leah. Sometimes they misuse you, but don't worry about it. Don't even trip. God got something else for you. When people walk away, let them walk. It just means that their part in your story is over. It just means that your destiny is never tied to the one that left. Oh, I'm preaching right now. I said it's never tied to the one that left. Some people leave you and they'll come back later on. Some will leave you forever. Let it be what it is. God has somebody else for you. Leah, why did you step up for me? Dana, why did y'all step up? Somebody will step up and do what God has ordered them to do if you trust him and don't get too frustrated. This young man is going to be helping Yes We Can Worship Center, house homeless people, feed the hungry, take care of those who are in poverty. What I like about him is when I saw him with homeless people, the way he acted. I saw his spirit. I saw him. He's a good young man. Life is getting ready to change for him. He's going to stumble. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to fall, but he's going to have strong arms around him to pick him up and hold. I'm going to be pushing him saying, you can make it, boy. Get back up again. Get back up. Get back up. Now the song is saying, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. It says, a saint is just a sinner who fell, but we can get back up again. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? Yes, remember this. Now, I'm trying to think how that song goes. It says something like, it says, I got to clean up what I messed up. The song said, I got to clean up. Remember this. What I messed up. Remember this right here. I'm starting my life all over again. See, you're starting over again. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. If you hadn't met me, when you met me, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And I wouldn't be where I am right now. There's something in your destiny that God has divinely orchestrated to get you where you are. It's not that I'm so good. It's that he's so great. It's not that you're so wonderful. It's that God is a wonderful God. And so he has ordered your step and orchestrated the events of your life to get you to this place at this time. And now the gift is in your hand. What do you do with it? Let me close with this. Remember this. A young man came to an old man. He said, old man, what do I have in my hand? He had his hands cupped. And the old man said, I'm not really sure. He said, old man, they said you're a sage. What do I have in my hands? He said, oh, wise son, I think you have a bird in your hands. So he said, old man, is the bird dead or alive? And the young man had a plan. It was a trick question, Charlie. The young man had said to himself, if he said it's dead, I'm going to open my hands and let it fly out, so he'll be wrong. If he says it's alive, I'm going to crush it to death in my hands just to prove to him that he's wrong. So he said, oh man, is the bird dead or is alive? Guess what the old man said?
What do you say?
He said, son, it's in your hands. It's in your hands. In other words, whatever you do with it, it is what it is. If you crush it, it's dead. If you let it go, it's free. And so what I say to you is that God has given you an opportunity. Charlie, it's in your hands. We out of here, y'all. On 3, say yes we can. 1, 2, 3. Yes we can.